Well, we could talk about gold digging in the 21st century, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to be listening to and analyzing the new Kings of Leon single. It's called We're Onto Something, featuring Bryan, an individual I'm not familiar with, but I really want to know how they wrote a song together. So without further ado, let's get going.
You say every other day you wanna get away, you wanna see the country.
No intro. Step 1, find the key. I believe is the tonal center. I'm struggling. Okay, so apparently we are in the key of B major. Let's quickly confirm this.
You say every other
Step 2, find the chord progression.
every other day you wanna get away, you wanna see the country.
1, 4, 5. We are very country, rudimentary, and rocky. So it's basically B, E, and F sharp. Okay, 1, 4, 5. Let's say what he sings there.
You say every other day.
You say. Okay. We start on the 3rd of the B chord, the D sharp. And for now we are only using pentatonic scale notes. I don't know if we are staying the same.
You wanna get away, you wanna see the country.
Okay, we've got basically a short motif that gets repeated and developed. So the first idea is this one.
You say every other day.
Okay, you say every other day. Already establishing this rhyming pattern, also the AA rhyming pattern, and this biddy bip 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 now gets repeated with different lyrics.
You wanna get away,
Wanna get away. Same rhyming pattern
you wanna see the country.
and different end of the line. Now we go to country. Okay, I'm really curious to find out how they will continue playing this.
I know this is just a phase, you ain't going anywhere.
Okay, so again we are in this bam bam doo 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 bam, but suddenly it's kind of unresolved where it says you ain't going anywhere. Ah, so it's halftime. Okay. Little harmonic variations. They expand on that 1, 4, 5 idea. Let's find the passing chords that they have there, also in the bass. Okay, so the bass does 6 minor 4 real quick. And then they go to 1, 1.
Same, isn't it a shame? We ain't gonna change, we ain't gonna listen.
Same idea that they present in this uninstrumented intro that was already part of the verse, okay? Same, isn't it a shame? We ain't gonna change, we ain't gonna listen. It's always those 3 lines, okay? Da-dum, as the 1 line, same. Then we've got isn't it a shame? We ain't gonna change. 3 lines that rhyme with each other, and then the 4th that kind of breaks the pattern. We ain't gonna listen. It's always also a 2-syllable word at the end. Listen, with an unstressed syllable at the end.
Somewhere in the open air, there is something missing.
And then, again, they shorten the second half of the verse, okay? So suddenly it's only 3 lines. Somewhere in the open air, we expect something else, but we don't get it because there is something missing, almost a prosodic element, because there is literally 1 of the 3 verse lines missing. Really cool.
The old man, he wants to sell the land.
Okay, it's getting kind of repetitive. We're getting the idea, and it's already the 3rd round.
I think we're on something.
So that apparently is the Bryan person. Is that? the chorus already. I mean, he says, I think we're onto something, which is the title of the song, so this makes a lot of sense. There is not this huge lift from verse to chorus, if that is the chorus. Chords seem to be kind of the same, and also melody beginning after the downbeat. So in the verse we had this, a melody beginning on the 2, 1, down, bam, ba-do-dee-dee-down. And here also we start after the downbeat where it says 1, I think we ought to something. It's a bit later, but still after the downbeat, which makes it kind of the same as the verse.
I think we're on something. Hit me up when you're out.
Oh, interesting. Now, remember I said harmonies stay the same? Forget this, because what they do is they keep this tagline that we heard in the bass first with that bow, bum, but we always go back to the 5 chords. So the chord progression of what I now think might even be a pre-chorus, hope is a pre-chorus, is 5, 6 minor, 4, 5. Raising expectations a lot with this 5, with this dominant feel that we kind of keep in the loop. Let's see what happens.
You just like to let yourself down.
Now, is that the chorus or is that the post-chorus making the thing before the chorus? I'd say, because of the title of the song, which is, I think we're onto something, that this is actually the chorus. Is it a super strong chorus that takes us to a new dimension? I don't think so.
I think we're on something.
Let's analyze melody for a second. So we still are in this pentatonic realm that we've established in the verse.
Hit me up when you're out.
Okay?
You don't owe me nothing.
And it's also, it goes, melodies going down repeatedly. Kind of depressing, right? Short movement up, but I mean, the lyrics say, I think we're onto something, and he's surprisingly unenthusiastic about it. I think we're onto something. I don't know.
You just like to let yourself down.
And with you just like to let yourself down, they start becoming optimistic in the melody. That's kind of counter-prosodic. You just like to let yourself down. Yes, the down movement goes down, but the rest of the line is surprisingly optimistic compared to I think we're onto something. Counter-prosody, I didn't know that was a thing. And with this, you just like to let yourself down, we transition into post-chorus, which I believe is 1-4-5 again.
You just like to let yourself down.
Always with this boom, goom, goom. Okay, this is kind of the harmonic hook behind it all.
We won the day that I was born. I was fully formed. I was on a mission.
It's a cool form. It's a cool verse idea. Bum bum, bagadagadam, bagadagadam, bagadagadam. And they keep it, which I like.
But that name's too hard to mention.
They shorten the second verse half even more, okay? Leaving one thing, but that name only, and then it says, is too hard to mention.
Be nice if I could get a slice, have it outside, take a big old bite.
They changed rhyming pattern for the first time here, adding a 4th A line, okay? Remember that this B line with mission and other words that kind of ended the idea wrapped up the verse. This time it's A all the way through. It'd be nice if you could get a slice, have it outside, take a big old bite. Okay, let's see where we go from here.
Paradise seems alright.
Also, this short element of the verse that now is reinvented in the second verse. Sorry.
I think we're on to something.
Where does it go, the song? Where does it go? It's not consequential. It doesn't lead toward anything. I don't know if they're saying we're onto something. What is it that you're onto?
It's a ramble, we're talking about the animals flipping around the channels and living in my new flannel pajamas.
Now we're talking. This is kind of a bridge, a primary bridge, that in terms of harmony, I think is still this 1-4-5 thing.
It's a ramble, we're talking about the animals flipping around the channels and living in my new flannel pajamas.
Okay, but without the boom, boom. So it's 1-4-5 in the traditional sense. What I like very much is lyrical work. So we don't have to look at melody at all because it's almost rap-like. And the words are, I get a rambling talking about the animals flipping round the channels and living in my new flannel pajamas. Now, a lot of things happen in here, right? First of all, cool loose rhymes with rambling, animals, channels, pajamas, but also internal rhymes like this flannel pajamas. Also, tiny alliterative elements like this L in flipping around the channels that then becomes and living in my new flannel pajamas. So we've got the fl sound twice added to one more L sound. Really cool. Let's see what happens next.
Till the weather is warm.
I was hoping for more rap, okay? And the second half of this progression was just until the weather is warm. Leaving a lot of space that's kind of unfilled, right?
We're still here, so something is clearly working. I'm certain the birds are chirping. I'm certain we will be heard.
Very good. Again, cool thing. We're still here, so something is clearly working. I'm certain. Really cool internal rhyme. The birds are chirping. I'm certain we will be hurting. So here they are very, very aware of what a good alliteration, of what a good rhyme, of what a good repetition of line beginnings can actually do. So yes, more of this, please.
We make it through the eye of the storm.
Again, with this almost boring second half of the thing where they just forgot to continue writing.
I think we're on to something.
Okay, and still the chorus, which is in theory a good idea to bring it back.
You just like to let yourself down.
Okay, a tiny 2025 band drop idea, something that we've seen in other songs as well, where the band stops in order to highlight the following downbeat.
I think you like it.
Tiny variation in this post-chorus with "Think you like it." And the resolve to the 1 chord to the B major chord. So this was We're Onto Something by Kings of Leon featuring Bryan, and I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is about repeating good ideas that you've established in the verses. Motif development in the melodies, but also with rhyming patterns, something that they were quite successful with. Remember that verse idea that was very hooky with this, you say every other day, you wanna get away, you wanna see the country. Okay, so this was the main idea that they then took to different lyrics, but they kept the structure, they kept the patterns, and this is something that you should basically be aware of when writing songs to keep, or verses in specific, to keep the structures while changing the lyrics. Songwriting learning number 2 is another lyric writing tip. Be aware of alliterations and internal rhymes, especially when writing very intelligent, almost rap-like bridges in that case. They were very, very successful with this. I spoke about rambling animals flipping around the channels and living in my new flannel pajamas. We're still here, so something is clearly working. I'm certain the birds are chirping. So this is really good songwriting, where they really were aware of every single word and its position. And this is something that you should also be aware of when writing this type of rap-like bridges. And songwriting learning number 3, something they were not quite successful with, in my opinion. It has to do with making your chorus shine as much as possible. Now, I think they failed in 2 regards. What they did well is they started the chorus with the title of the song. We're onto something is the first line of the chorus. What I didn't like, or what's not very efficient in order to make your chorus shine, is starting on the 5 chord, okay, making this kind of a hanging and unresolved thing, okay, when we go from... Okay, this is kind of nothing that we want to stay with, right? So it's constant movement, and yes, I like this harmonic hook with... Right, always going back to the 6 minor 4 5 thing, but going back to the 5 is kind of unsettling, right? Something that a chorus shouldn't be. A chorus should feel like, oh, we finally arrived, and not making us, I don't know, wanna leave again. The second thing that they could have done better has to do with melody beginnings. Remember that the verse also started after the downbeat. 1 The chorus also starts after the downbeat in terms of melody, where it says, think we're on to something. Cool thing, but not really contrasting the verse, thereby not really highlighting what is supposed the strongest section in your pop song. And this was my live reaction and on-the-fly analysis of We're Onto Something by Kings of Leon featuring Bryan. Is it going to become my favorite song? Not really. If you still liked my video to it, I hope I was friendly enough. Please make sure to give me the thumbs up for the video. Please make sure to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel and even consider becoming a premium member of this enterprise so that you get early access to videos and exclusive content. Please also take a look at the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net if you want to take your songwriting to the next level. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about gold digging in the year 2025, or was it 21st century? I think 21st century. You know the drill. Well, drill deeper so that you can still dig the gold. Bye-bye.